You love to love. Seems as though love readings are popular. Pile 1, Cauldron. Pile 2, Familiar. Pile 3, Witch's Hat. So with pile 1, the Cauldron and Containment, there's gonna be a lot of passion with this next love connection. Oh yeah. If you know what I'm saying. Okay, this is, I like how there's a hidden face on the cauldron. I don't know if you could see that. It's very subtle. But it's very creepy. So there's just gonna be, with that passion, it's gonna be an interesting power dynamic. To where at first the connection's just gonna be really strong, to where each of you are gonna want to know what's going on with the other person, and it's gonna be really intense because there's gonna be a lot of love there. Okay, I don't want to make any assumptions without drawing any more cards, but I kind of have a feeling just from the vibe of this card what it's gonna be like. The other person especially is gonna want to try and really make sure you're being faithful to them. I'll give you a little hint on it. This one really came out. Queen of Staves. And there's going to be very intense words being said. So really think before you talk, because, and it can go either way with a relationship or connection. Just keep in mind maybe what they say, they might, just be careful what you say. And with, I was thinking about saying something, but there could be a lot of miscommunication. They might say some things that they might not mean. So if you do get a little bit offended by something, I would clarify it, but also use your intuition on what you think they meant also. 3 of Staves. Wow. There's going to be a lot of heartache. I'll just say. I don't know why I don't really see this. I don't see this connection being short, but I don't see it being very long lasting. At least with it being very serious. Ten of Chalices. But there's still going to be a sense of fulfillment. It's just going to be makeup, breakup. I do see a breakup, but then I do see a makeup. But there might be a lot of that with this kind of intense connection. Keeps things interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if you have Leo prominent in your birth chart, or if they do. I like how these cards pop out with this deck. And the sun, it popped out, but it did come out reversed. So I do see a lot of sadness and just obsession, and then just the desire going down. Okay, so invocation ritual. If you and the other person do magic, I think it would be beneficial if you did a ritual together. That's not always easy, especially if you're used to doing rituals by yourself. I'm open to doing rituals with other people, and I have done quite a few rituals with other people. But I feel like that's usually a test if you're really compatible with someone, because if you can connect and do a ritual to where you can agree on what you want the ritual to be about and team up and connect energetically in that way, even figure out if you want to just call on spirits in general or which guides, and how if your guides and their guides are compatible as well. It does make a difference. Ancestors, remembrance. For sure. Guides can be ancestors. And then your ancestors might have a say in this, especially if the relationship isn't going smooth. Yeah, we have the goddess. But if you like to sweeten the connection up, I would say calling upon the goddess would be a good move. Ace of Staves. And you will be revealed a lot of truth. And how I was talking about the ancestors, I feel as though if you are suspicious about the other person or what's going on, or if you want advice, I would consult with your ancestors for sure. The Empress. Yeah. And the Divine Feminine, again, I'm getting confirmation, which is nice with these cards. They're relating the Oracle and the Tarot. Six of Staves. But I do see you walking away. This is just more confirmation of what I was saying earlier. It's almost like my guides are, telling me, all right, we already gave you the message. I think you have enough information. Let's just see. I'm going to just draw one more tarot card. See if it's a redundant message. That's funny. I was actually going to bring up Bastet, and then my cat started meowing at me. Yes? Do you have to tell me something? If you only saw what she did. To me, the goddess Bastet is a protector. Wow, I just dropped so many cards. I'm gonna take that as a sign no more tarot for this pile. I will pick one more oracle though. My guides are like, how can we make it any more clear to you? Enough is enough. Because Saturnia, my cat, she even gave me that look. Like, enough is enough. Spirit initiation. But this karmic relationship, this karmic connection, it could be a spiritual initiation, especially if you have deep feelings. It will bring about feelings and just you'll learn things about yourself you wouldn't have learned otherwise, for sure. Okay. Pick up some of these cards though. Dropped a lot of the tarot. Pile 2, familiar, guardian. I like how there's a frog too, because 2 of my guardian spirits are actually the black cat and the frog. It's funny because the other night, there's this area that I go to at night pretty often, or every once in a while. And usually there'll be some kind of frog there to greet me. And I was just thinking, where is a frog? And usually it's a different one each time. It looks very different. And I was thinking, where's the frog? And then as I was about to open this door, I got startled because there was a frog on the handle of the door. And I was just thinking, how did it get here? But that was definitely a sign. So for pile 2, you have a guardian and a familiar, and they're guarding a door for you. Okay. The Fool. It's a new love. This is something really brand new. And I feel as though your guardian sees you as someone who is being really foolish and open to it, and opening, like opening the door. Page of Staves. They see you as inexperienced with this type of connection. It's I'm getting warning vibes, just because they're just seeing you as being sort of naive with it, but that 9 of Tombs. Yeah, I feel as though they're trying to tell you to slow down a little bit, that the passion can really build up quickly. They're trying to tell you don't rush into this situation. I'm not for certain. I need more details. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. Do you like my ears, Saturnia? Or am I a poser wearing these? Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel as though they're telling you to look at the universal laws and just really be cautious with every step that you take with this connection. Hearth, homecoming. Okay, this is more positive. I feel as though you're gonna feel more at home with this person. It could have potential to get serious. Maybe that's more of what could happen if you take things slower. Spell, manifestation. Has this been something you've been trying to manifest for a while now? And if you have done a love spell, I recommend with love spells, you do it more general to where you describe how you'd want your person to be rather than picking a particular person, because you might not know everything about that person. Even though yeah, it's not about me. It could, yeah. Staff stability. Okay. I feel like the passion is really what's gonna be the basis for this connection. Four of Tombs. And yeah, I'm still getting that with these cards. It's just the balance is going to be more of the passion. I see it being very just a lot of chill type of dates, but chill passionate type of dates. Okay. Four of Chalices. And this connection does feel pretty stable. It does still feel a little off balance. It's one of those things where it seems stable, but I feel as though in the shadows, which you don't see, it's why is this connection not balanced? Two of Tombs. Yeah, I see either you or the other person are gonna have wandering eyes, actually. With this passion obsession, eventually over time. And then we have the Death card. I feel as though when that does get discovered, though, there will be an ending. Queen of Staves, reverse. Huh. With this ending, I don't really see much closure, though. Wow. I feel like this is just the common theme when Spirit's telling me, okay, enough's enough. Okay, and then we have cleansing. Yeah, when that does happen, it's just do an energetic cleansing. Just even if it doesn't feel as though there's much closure, I would do that. Pile 3, the Witch's Hat. What is next in Pile 3's love life? Okay, we have Hex Banishment, but that's actually in reverse, even though I don't really... I just see you needing to do a lot of protection magic on this ritual. On this relationship or connection. Which some connections, it can feel like that. That it's more necessary than others. Okay, how is this in reverse again when I flip the cards? Okay, this is weird. You'll rebirth, but in reverse. I feel as though this connection, it's gonna seem very different. It's gonna be very different from what you expect. Watchtower of the South, summer. Yeah, I do feel a lot of warmth though. And happiness. But with the Watchtower again, just Watchtower, I feel as though it's going to be wise to see how other people, friends and people that know you and this other person, I would watch how other people are acting or reacting, or what information other people tell you. Because other people might, the perspective of your friends could really enlighten you also on this situation. Queen of Moons. But I see you as being really independent. And you're a good catch. So what does this have to do with the other person? I think that's how they see you. And then Ace of Staves. Yeah. It's almost like they're dating you because of your status. Because of your success. Knight of Chalices. But the other person, they're gonna be really romantic with you. And I don't see it really moving too fast or too slow. But at least they're going to be putting effort. Ace of Moons. And they want to give you a solid offering. So I do see that they see a solid connection. Knight of Tombs. And then I see them wanting to get really serious with you, and then that's just what their focus is gonna be on, actually. I see that they're gonna be focused on getting serious with you. Not too quickly, but quicker than you think. Queen of Chalices. But I do see you being still cautious about just how fast they are moving with that. You're going to be really guarding your heart. Which is wise with any relationship. Sometimes it's not easy to move slow, especially if you have a really strong connection with somebody. Okay. Altar dedication. In reverse, though. Yeah, I just realized a lot of these cards are just, some are right side up and some are upside down. Upside up. But I see this person having an obsession with you. Even to the point where they have items on their altar representing you. Which, I mean, I do stuff like that when I have a crush on somebody. Autumn. Watchtower of the West. Yeah, I feel as though an autumn time, which this is a timeless reading. It is autumn now. But there's something to look out for. Okay, so what should pile 3 look out for with this love connection? Seven of Chalices. I'd say look out for being indecisive. Because I see someone else lurking in the shadows, actually, where if you don't make a solid decision on this connection, it's like someone is in the shadows waiting to see if they could make a connection with the person. So they're 8 of Moons. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of phases. Huh. Okay. What kind of phases? I see actually that as a good thing. You and this other person transforming together. Ace of Chalices. And an offering of passion. But I'm seeing that, I feel like the person in the shadows is going to be offering some passion. Okay, this is getting really interesting. Since I was thinking about only picking one more card, but 5 of Tombs. Yeah, this is gonna cause the person in the shadows who's interested in the other person, they're gonna be causing some drama. Or at least trying to. That doesn't necessarily mean the person you like is gonna be involved in that. Sometimes people will just try and get involved. 4 of Swords. But I see there being contemplation. Yeah, you might feel on the defense with this, but it's more of other people trying to get involved. Okay, and then what's the last message? What's the overall just message we should get from this connection? Justice. So, with tarot readings, especially love readings, you'll just want to keep, or, oftentimes you'll want to just keep getting cards and wanting to know what's going to happen. But I feel like you're going to be aware. Just be aware of the signs, and there will be justice. But it's one of those things where, okay, we will get one more card. I want to say you won't really know until it happens, but I feel as though with that card we need a little bit more clarity. 5 of Moons. Yeah, it's just, there's going to be some instability with things not feeling fair. But why? Why does it feel like that? Knight of Moons. Honestly, I feel like this person isn't going to be faithful. So just keep an eye out for the signs. See what other people are saying. See if you have some weird feelings about this person. And then 9 of Moons. You might just feel more abundant on your own overall. Let me know how it goes.